Hello guys. So in this video I'll just show you something really interesting. You're going to see my drawing actually being imprinted into the internet, okay? In a way when it comes to MSG, like Madison Square Garden. I have to show this to you. It's so funny, okay? So look at this. So if you go to this site, msg.com, which is MSG Garden, let's click on it, okay? What you see pop up is this directly. But what is that? It's this, okay? So look at this. It's actually my drawing is inside that. You see the way that there is a triangle going down in this Beabadobi pylon, right? And you see that lower part, it's slanted a bit, just like when I did my drawing, right? It is this little drop uh, of unholy communion, as I call it, or unholy breaking of bread drop going down into this. Okay, it's the same. See? How is that even possible? Because when I was drawing this, you see, when I draw this, I'm not trying to draw in a perfect way, okay? I'm not trying. But when you look at this website, okay, you you see it you see it here on the website, okay? So how is this possible? So msg.com. The first thing you see is this, okay? The Power Runes tour. Okay. The Power Runes tour. I think it says. No, Power Lines. Power Lines tour. Okay, it's down here. Power Lines to Beabadobi. Okay. This is, super absurd to me that it is this. It's spreading like this. I don't know really what to say about that. Let me show you again how I did this. So first of all, take note that MSG is on the top news in the entertainment section every day, basically connected to Taylor Swift and the marriage. And the point that I'm making in this video is that if you go to the website msg.com here, press on that, this pops up, right? Which is basically my drawing, okay? That it's my drawing there. How is that possible? It's the same angle on the triangle, more or less. And as I said, the lower part, you see that there's something going down there. Oh wait, you see there is this thing at the bottom of the triangle to the right, the red triangle on the website. On mine, it's the same, okay? It's the same slanted angle, and as I said, I'm just drawing this, I'm not trying to achieve perfection, okay? I'm not trying to achieve perfection when I do these drawings. But I know that in a way, this is still going to work, So, yeah, perfect, right? So that's what I wanted to show. Going to this site, as I said, first thing you see is this, msg.com. How do you explain it? And as I said, the top news when it comes to entertainment section is basically Taylor Swift and the Madison Square Garden, right? You see? This is this is what I am doing on my channel. What I do is that I make drawings of the future top news, and then it's there. It's there, guys. It's there. It's there. And this MSG top news started being in the top news on June 25th, 26th. Then it's just then everyone started talking about it, and that's when it became top news. Now it's there, and yeah, I don't know what to say, Again, if we go to msg.com, we see it here. This is it. And that is my drawing. You see? Okay, so there's something that I'm doing here that is very spot on. Okay, there's something, even if I'm not painting, as I said, I'm not trying to achieve perfection, because yeah, that's how it is. I'm just not up for it. Okay, I'm not feeling like trying. Okay, like that. But even if I don't try to achieve perfection, it is still having something like that in it, okay, even if I'm not trying. And maybe it has to do with something, when it comes to the randomness, that it's impossible to be random, and this is what happens when you take that to the extreme. It is impossible to be random, okay? So when yeah, like it's impossible. It will become top news, something like that. It's just how it is, okay? MSG here, MSG, right? Top news. Okay, so and it's imprinted into the website itself. How can that be? Directly when going to the site, there it is. There it is. Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to show. This is yet another video about the top news, which is MSG, Taylor Swift. My drawing is on the MSG website in the form of something else. I've seen this so many times that I'm not. This is a normal thing that I don't feel that something is robbing me of originality here. No, on the contrary, this is a normal thing that I've seen many times. Okay, that this kind of way that something just becomes this perfect by itself. Remember, I made the drawing on June 24th. I uploaded it on, I mean, if you live in the US, then I uploaded it on June 23rd, okay, because I did it on midnight in Europe. So then it was still 23rd in the US. So this started being top news on June 25th, right? And that's later. That's afterwards, you see? It's later. I don't think it's only about Taylor Swift here also. I think it's about, but also note that there is a woman, right? Oh, I should have said, like, In this also you see a woman inside of the triangle, just like my drawing. You see a woman inside of a triangle, right? It's the same thing, except for that at the top. But you see, this is the same. You get it? How can that be? Like this is interesting, okay? You have to admit that I do some kind of um, sloppy freehand drawing, and then it is identically imprinted into something. Or you could say, like, maybe, like, if you would argue against me, you would say, no, you knew about that, and you tried to mimic it, and you pretended to be sloppy, right? That's the like the the opponent argument becomes like it becomes dumb, the opposing argument is that no, everything that you drew was everything that you painted was calculated, and it wasn't uh, and you really tried to make that look like that other thing, right? But again, this became top news later. The MSG, the Madison Square Garden, top news later, right? So how could I have known? How could I have known? You get it? Yeah. MSG, top news. Okay. So this is undeniable. MSG is in the top news, and when you go to the MSG website, you see my drawing there. Okay, it's not a joke. Like there is a sort of replication of the drawing there, and that's okay. That's okay. That's how it is. This is a sign of something being successful. Okay, as I see it, at least from my perspective. And who am I talking to? Like in comparison to what? What kind of way of thinking is that? Okay, but let's go again. msg.com. My drawing is there. You see, there is no denying. Okay, this is the same. This is the same. A woman, triangle in the same direction. This thing on at the bottom. Okay, I'll just zoom in on that. So you see here, next to the leg at the place of the arm is the same kind of thing also as my drop going down. This drop, you can see it there. Okay? Same thing. Okay, so that's it. This is what I wanted to show. See you another time, okay? Bye bye.